on Denver 7. The highly anticipated affidavit to justify searching President Trump's Mar-a-Lago home is now available for anyone to see, except it's highly redacted. What the parts we can read reveal about the FBI raid as Trump supporters continue to criticize the action. Part of Central 70 is closed through Monday morning as the construction team works to finish another major phase in the project. What you need to know driving in that area this weekend. And your Denver Broncos play their last preseason game tonight at Empower Field, the lead up to the first game of the regular season.
Good morning and welcome to Denver 7 News. I'm Jessica Crawford.
And I'm Katie LaSalle. Thank you so much for waking up with us. And we want to start with catching you up on some of the stories happening this weekend. First, food trucks are back in Lodo this weekend. The city of Denver is allowing them again after essentially banning them to try and prevent crowds from gathering late at night downtown. The city is giving 7 trucks a license to operate between 9 and midnight. And if food truck owners do not follow these new rules, they could get a ticket or sanctions on their licenses. These new rules are in place for at least the next 4 months.
Big Soda Lake at Bear Creek Lake Park is back open for all water activities this weekend. It's been closed for nearly 2 weeks because of toxic algae. Bear Creek Reservoir is still closed to paddle boarding because of high levels of bacteria, but canoes, kayaks, boats, and fishing are still allowed.
Nice weekend for it as well coming up. Also, RTD needs to fill about 200 bus driver positions and 90 mechanic positions, so it is holding a job fair next week. This hiring fair is from 10 until 2, Monday through Wednesday, at RTD's building off Colfax in Aurora, and you can apply online or at the hiring fair.
Meanwhile, families in Boulder can learn about back-to-school safety today. The city is holding an event at Meadows Branch Library. That's from noon to 2. Elementary school students can get information about bike and pedestrian safety. The city will also give out a limited number of bike helmets.
And it is going to be a beautiful weekend here across the state. Some drier air settling in, giving you a live look right now at Empower Field at Mile High ahead of tonight's final preseason Broncos game. It's going to stay mostly clear, dry and toasty here across the plains. A few isolated storms set to pop up over higher terrain, but right now it is crystal clear up over Rocky Mountain National Park. Temperatures starting off across the metro area in the low 60s. Winds sustained from the southwest around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Radar and satellite showing not a lot of activity here across the state, mostly clear skies. Temperatures starting off quite cool into the mountains, 37 degrees right now, only in Leadville with 40s from Steamboat down through Aspen, 50s and low 60s across the plains. Taking you through our hourly planner, it's going to warm up quickly. Expect mostly sunny skies. You'll definitely want to hydrate. Sunscreen, hat for today, upper 80s to low 90s for our expected daytime highs for the Denver area and eastern plains. For your tailgating forecast this evening, it's going to stay pretty toasty for the start of the game at 7 p.m. and it'll be cool and mild overnight.
We now know more about the search at former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. A document has been unsealed and it reveals some of the reasoning behind that search. ABC's Christine Sloan has the details.
The 38-page affidavit that led to the FBI raid on former President Donald Trump's home at Mar-a-Lago is now public. The document is heavily redacted and reveals that well before the search, Trump had already been found to have taken highly classified information. That material, found in 15 boxes that Trump's team turned over to the National Archives in January, included 184 classified documents, 92 secret, and 25 marked top secret mixed in with other records.
The FBI never would have gotten this search warrant approved unless they had an immense amount of information.
Later in the affidavit, the FBI outlines how the agency determined more classified documents were still inside Mar-a-Lago, but those details are almost completely blacked out. The document does show a warning the FBI sent to Trump's lawyers in June, saying Mar-a-Lago was not authorized to house sensitive government materials that could compromise national security.
Given that some of the documents deal with electronic eavesdropping, spies, and secrets from allies, the FBI and the entire intelligence community are urgently working on a damage assessment.
The Senate Intelligence Committee is now asking the Biden administration to be briefed on the national security risks posed by the discovery of the sensitive documents at Mar-a-Lago. Meantime, Trump maintains he fully cooperated with government officials, despite the released evidence appearing to show his team stonewalled the National Archives for months. Christine Sloan, ABC News, New York.
Driving could be tricky today and tomorrow after part of I-70 shut down late last night.
So it's all a good thing in the long run. It's getting us one step closer to the Central 70 project being completed, but it could add some time to your drive this weekend. Denver 7's Veronica Acosta joins us live with everything you need to know to have a smooth commute. Veronica.
Well, weekends are always so full of so many fun things to do, right? Especially this weekend. We know the Broncos, they have that final preseason game, so that's super exciting. But if fans live anywhere east of or northeast of Denver, rather, they're going to have a little bit of a tricky time getting to tonight's game if that's something you're going to be doing, and that's because of what we have happening behind us. You mentioned that Central 70 project, Katie. You can see those westbound lanes. They're closed this morning, so let's kind of run you through what's going on here. Late last night, CDOT actually closed westbound I-70. This is between I-270 and Brighton. It's going to stay closed until Monday morning at 5 a.m., so all weekend long. During this closure, CDOT's going to get rid of the barriers before and in the westbound tunnel. They're also going to be restriping the interstate. Now listen to what CDOT says will be new once this all opens back up.
You're going to have those nice new wide shoulders. You're going to have a new acceleration and deceleration lane on the highway as well. It's just going to be wider overall.
So we know a lot of people this morning probably asking themselves what else has to be completed before the Central 70 project is all wrapped up. CDOT has to finish that playground that's going to be going on top of the tunnels, and then they have to wrap up those express toll lanes. Those won't start charging until next year, so some good news there. We're live in Denver this morning. I'm Veronica Acosta, Denver 7.
Veronica, thank you. Right now we are taking another live look outside at Empower Field ahead of the Broncos game tonight against the Minnesota Vikings.
And we want to let you know everything you need to know if you're going to be cheering from the stands or if you're going to be watching from your living room couch. First, the parking lot gates, they open at 1:30 this afternoon. Then all gates to the stadium will be open at 5, kickoff at 7 from Empower Field. Also, Brett Rippett will start as quarterback tonight.
The Broncos open the season in less than 3 weeks. They'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks on Monday night. That's September 12th, and you can watch the game right here on Denver 7.
But it is going to cost you a little more to tailgate before Broncos games this year. Inflation is making tailgating essentials just more expensive. Beer, groceries, they're pricier, so is propane and firewood to heat up your grills. There are some things, though, you can do to save money, like buy cheaper kinds of meats or use different foods. And you can watch the game at home because prices to buy a new TV, they're actually down. And as the Denver Broncos prepared to wrap up the preseason tonight, the team hosted a group of special guests earlier this week with their annual USAA Salute to Service NFL bootcamp.
Denver 7's Danny New went to check it out and to see if he has what it takes to play in the NFL.
We are here at UC Health Training Center, where our country's finest are going to train like Broncos country's finest. Wow, that was corny. Wow. Just getting warmed up. How do you think this 40 is going to go?
I'm going to run a 5.2.
Do you think I will beat that?
I have faith you can.
Thank you.
I got faith you can do it.
Can I get your earring if I do it?
Did you see that? Did you see that?
Next up, we're doing the broad jump, which, not to brag, I used to do in high school. Hanging out with Sophia and Shari from our Broncos cheerleading squad. How would you describe when I fell backwards on my head?
You know, you made some good distance doing it, and that was the point. But, you know, a little tuck and roll action. Kept it fun, kept it light.
It was really great. It was very entertaining to watch.
Entertaining, not athletic, but entertaining.
Entertaining, yes.
Receiving gauntlet. Go. Time for the last event, the QB Arm Challenge. Whoa! I can't follow that. Make me like Russ. Did you have fun today?
I did. A lot of fun.
Could you be in the NFL?
Absolutely.
Is it because of today you realize that you could succeed in that dream?
Yes, I'm much more athletic than I thought.
What about me?
Uh-huh.
And that was a decent effort to Danny. Thanks for that report. Well, Boulder County has achieved a milestone in the Marshall Fire cleanup. The ops team managing the debris and removal program, they say they have cleared all properties of ash and debris. Over the course of the last 4 months, Boulder County's contractor cleared ash and debris from 566 properties. That's 260 in Louisville, 424 in Superior, and 64 in unincorporated Boulder County. Well, this all comes as the Target location in Superior is scheduled to reopen this coming Tuesday. This is video from the day of the Marshall fire. You can see that thick black smoke covering the store's parking lot. The Target store had heavy roof damage. It flooded when sprinklers couldn't be shut off for days as well. This location has been completely remodeled and restocked ahead of its opening next week.
Denver's Park Hill neighborhood is hosting a special community event today. It's called the Park Hill Day of Legends.
It's a dynamic event that includes football and flag scrimmages, cheer performances, youth activities such as bounce houses and face painting and crafts, which is all free to the community. And then it's more of a festive family atmosphere with music, food trucks.
Sounds like fun. The Day of Legends runs from 9 to 5 at Skyland Park. Also this weekend, we're highlighting some of the collections that Coloradans are most proud of in a special show on Denver 7, including the 7 Keys Lodge in Estes Park, which is the self-proclaimed home to the largest key collection in the world. We hope you'll join us for Collectible Colorado tonight at 6 on Denver 7. It's also available right now on the free Denver 7 Plus app. It's available on your streaming device.
Well, this week's Denver 7 Everyday Hero is not only talking the talk, but she is walking the walk. How Sandy Prince is showing her appreciation and her extreme gratitude week after week for the people who helped save her son's life.
A new tool in your arsenal to fend off the Omicron variant of COVID-19, a timeline for Pfizer's latest booster shot, and controversy over their development of the vaccine.